Hello everyone, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Robin Finney, your Oracle, Authenticity, and Intuitive Guide. Every Wednesday I come live to bring you a message. So I am pulling today from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and you know the drill. If you're watching live or if you're catching the replay, I invite you to take a moment and tune in and choose a number. 1, 2, or 3. And set your intention around what message will support you most with where you are and what you need to hear today in order to move forward and take action inside of that. So I invite you to tune in, and I'd love to hear. If you're watching live, please drop your number, your choice in the comments. And if you're catching the replay, do the same. So, okay. All right, let's all tune in. For my number ones, I see you, Barb. I'm going to pull, let's see, what message wants to come forward today? Right. Ooh, okay. So for my number ones out there, your message today is deep knowing. And I'm going to read the Oracle message, the relationship, and the prosperity message. So I invite you to listen for all areas of your life and really hear for yourself how this message speaks to you right now. Deep knowing. Intuition, listening to the Oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. The Oracle's message. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. And the relationship message. There are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. And the prosperity message. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them, take the risk, and act. Within you there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deep knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. So for my number ones out there, deep knowing is your message, and I really invite you to tune in to your intuition, get out of your head, and quiet your mind, and just listen, and then act accordingly. So I'd love to hear, drop in the comments if you're my number ones, how that resonates for you. All right, for my number twos, let's see what message we have for you today. Okay, I got the Yin card and it was reversed. So with this particular deck, whenever a card is reversed, we read the protection message only. So I'll read you the essential meanings of this message. And then from there, I will read the message. So yin is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information, and taking in cues. It's the art of conscious allowing. And for today's message for my number 2s, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, and abundance and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. So for my number 2s out there, if you have a really hard time asking for support or receiving, just like receiving compliments or receiving a hug or anything like that, receiving affection, whatever it is, I invite you to really tune in to the sacredness of yin and that femininity, feminine energy, and allow yourself to receive. Take a step back. Stop leading for a moment and allow yourself to take in and receive. So that's for my number 2s today, yin, which happens to be number 2. And finally, for my number 3s, tune in and see what message is there for you today. All right. For my number 3s, your message is by the book. This is number 11. By the book, abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The Oracle's message. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is the time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book this time. And the relationship message. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. And finally, the prosperity message. At this time, you can expect a return on your investment. Whatever you have pursued, be it a dream you've long cherished, a skill you've cultivated, or a service you're called to, will come to you if you are willing to go by the book. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. Follow the footsteps of others who have already achieved the things you're striving for. You can learn a lot by observing the structures that are already working. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, but impatience may tempt you to cut corners to get there more quickly. Stick with what you know works, and you will attract abundance. So for my number 3s out there, by the book is your message. And this, if you're like me, who is that rebel at heart, who resists any sort of structure, I invite you to really tune in to this message and just look at various areas of your life where you could stand to have some structure and support and guidance, and look to those who are doing what you want to be doing. It's not to say that you have to follow every step that they've made, because we're all on our own unique journeys, But it might be worth reaching out to them and having a conversation and saying like, hey, how did you do this? How did you get into this? And just listen and then trust that structure is in place for you. And then I invite you to that, there's actually, made me think, it's on over here. If you did get this message, I also recommend this book, Working with the Law. And it has all the information about the law of abundance, law of attraction, law of forgiveness, law of compensation. So that's all in here. So if you got this as your message today, I recommend checking this book out as well. So thank you so much for tuning into Wisdom Wednesday. I would love to hear in the comments what number you chose and how your message resonates with you today. And if you are wishing to receive some deeper clarity around an area of life that's important to you, or you're curious about this new coaching program that I'm launching, then reach out to me and we'll schedule a deep clarity session to get clear on what it is that you are looking for. And if I can support you, then I'll set up a plan and something that works for you. And if not, then I'm happy to recommend someone who would be a fit for where you are right now. So, and as always, if you want to buy me coffee, there's a link in the description if you're enjoying Wisdom Wednesday and wish to support fueling me along. Although I did learn yesterday that I can't have caffeine after 4 o'clock because I didn't go to bed till 1:45 a.m. last night. So decaf from now on. So anyway, take care. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday and rest of your week. Until next time, bye.